Howdy, this is David Groce, your Texas tax and lawman. I get a chuckle when some would-be politician or ivory tower professor says we should all pay our fair share of taxes. They make paying taxes sound like a moral good or a virtuous undertaking. Obviously, they have never run a business. It's crazy to think, but governments collect taxes on almost all aspects of our life. For a small business owner, it feels like all we do is pay tax. We pay property tax so we have a house to sleep in. We pay auto registration so we have a car to drive. We pay gas tax each time we fuel up. We pay sales tax on our breakfast. And then when we get to the office, we have to collect and pay multiple taxes. Why? Because we live in a civil society run by governments, and governments need money to pay people, to tell us what to do, enforce the law, write new law, and carry out their designated tasks like picking up the trash, teaching school children, defending the border, and delivering the mail. Each year, the Tax Foundation publishes its Tax Freedom Day analysis, which tells us how many days each year all Americans as a whole have to work to pay all our taxes. This year, April 19th, was the Tax Freedom Day for 2018. That means that every penny we earn from January through April 18th went to pay our taxes. That means we spent 109 days out of the 365 days in the year just paying taxes. That's crazy. Said differently, it took all the gross domestic product for all the first quarter in 19 days of the second quarter to pay all the taxes in the U.S. As a percentage, that's right at 30%. In simple terms, all Americans pay $3.4 trillion in federal taxes, $1.8 trillion in state and local taxes, for a total of $5.2 trillion. The sad fact is that we pay more in taxes than we pay for food, clothing, and shelter. TV stars and pundits tell us that we need the government to fix our problem. But the truth is, the government does a poor job spending mine and your money. Individuals and families are better at solving problems and managing their finances than some bureaucracy or government program across the state or across the nation. If you've never owned your own business, you may find this information shocking. However, if you have run a business for any amount of time, you know that taxes can be an overwhelming burden. Let's look at the taxes that you as a business owner need to be aware of, report, and pay. To the feds, you need to pay payroll tax, income tax, and federal unemployment tax, not to mention estate and gift tax if you're doing advanced estate planning on an estate over $22 million. To the states, you need to pay sales tax, business property tax, real estate tax, payroll tax, state unemployment taxes, and in some places, workers' comp insurance. To the local counties or municipalities, you pay school taxes, library taxes, license fees, and permits for business, construction, and even public events. I know this sounds like a lot to keep up with. That's why you hire professionals to help you. But even the best of us sometimes needs to laugh at the madness of it all. Check out this clip.
When I grow up, I want to be a tax accountant.
I want to work with numbers all day long. 10 hours a day.
12 hours a day.
22 hours a day during filing season.
And I want the numbers to be changing all the time, so I can keep working with them over and over and over.
Tax laws, regs, cases, and procedures change all the time. Thanks for letting us keep you up to date. Give us a shout out if you need some help meeting your tax filing obligations. Make sure to click like and subscribe below. Until next time, adios. Texas Tax and Lawman Legal Disclaimer. Hey, I'm a lawyer. You know I have to have some lawyer mumbo jumbo. This is a general information video, not client attorney privilege information. The content is informational only and is not directed to any specific facts or circumstances and cannot be relied upon as a legal opinion, even though that would be nice and save you a trip to the lawyer. If you have a specific legal question, feel free to contact David Groce directly or seek qualified legal or tax counsel in your state of residence, state of mind, or whatever place you call home.